Hey guys, welcome to this video. Today we're going to be looking at the Tarisland Ancient Tree Raid on Epic difficulty. Now it is the same as the Elite and the normal raid, except there's just one extra mechanic and the boss in total has more health and he does more damage. So it's a slightly more difficult raid, but the mechanics are pretty much the same. If you're still struggling with it, he is now on 80% instead of 100%. I don't know when you're watching this video, but he is quite easy to get down if you have your team listening to the call out. So let's jump into it real quickly. I'm going to show you how this is done. Alright guys, so in this encounter, the key mechanic involves 3 beams emitted from the 4 flowers around the boss, just like the previous versions. The DPS units need to block these beams, so assign 2 DPS per flower. We don't know which flower won't have a beam, so during the raid, when it starts, the DPS must allocate themselves as the raid starts. Blocking the beams prevents the boss from gaining damage stacks. Too many stacks will one-shot the tank. So remember, the beams also deal damage to the DPS standing in front of them, so you'll need to swap periodically. Additionally, the boss will periodically spawn a mushroom at the edge of the room that walks towards him. You need to nuke this mushroom as fast as possible to prevent the boss from healing. Remember, another important mechanic is when 2 units are connected by a blue beam or a red beam. If you have a blue beam, run towards each other. If you have a red beam, run away from each other. This is the new mechanic for the epic version of this raid. At 60% and 30%, the boss will switch phases. During these phases, the boss will deal AoE damage, spawn adds, it'll close off half the room, and apply a contagious pink debuff. To handle this, you need to quickly nuke the ad, avoid the boss's roots, and stay away from any teammates if you have the debuff until the debuff wears away. Tanks. When the boss casts piercing, you need to swap tanks between each other. If you're tanking and he casts piercing on you, make sure you use any bubble or shield or damage reducing ability to help soak that damage, because it's going to be a lot. During the phase change, the only thing you need to do here is pull the ad away from the roots to rotate them to the clear side of the room. Sometimes you might get the pink debuff, in which case you can't hold aggro. The other tank must take it off you so you can get away from the team. Right, DPS, this whole raid depends on you. You need to manage the beam mechanics, as I mentioned. It's crucial that you block the beams to prevent the boss from gaining damage stacks. Stand in the beams until you reach 8 stacks, then swap with your teammate. Keep the cycle going throughout the raid. Also, focus on nuking the mushrooms as they spawn so you can prevent the boss from healing, and then return back to your beams with your teammate. Alright, healers. Watch the tank closely, especially during the tank swaps, as it will take significant damage from the piercing attack. Use AoE heals just before phase change to counter the boss's AoE damage that he does. And additionally, keep an eye on the party list for the players with high stacks of the beam debuff. Focus your healing on them to keep them alive as they swap between their teammates.
It can be done, it can be done, it can be done, it can be done, it can be done. Nice. Good job, guys. Well done. GG's, boys.
That's all it is, guys. I really hope this helped you. If it did, please like and subscribe because it really helps out the channel. As you can see, this is all done on Twitch as well. I stream almost every evening. It's mainly Tarisland, and we help new guys and help newcomers learn the mechanics of new raids and try and get through these raids because they can get pretty difficult. So we teach all mechanics on there on stream. So if you're interested in more Tarisland content, check out the stream as well. That's twitch.tv/Brenham. I'll leave it in the description below, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.